Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, I'm going to be in a hotel room just going over the knife haul I did going to Savannah. Found a lot of great knives. We're going to be going over each one and talking about the knives, the history. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's about all I got to say, guys. We did the auction last night. It went very well. I want to thank each and every one of y'all who participated. Appreciate that so much. Anyway, guys, let's get into these knives. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here's a knife haul that I picked up today. Really had an awesome time coming over to Savannah, but I got them in the groups as I bought them. I first bought these two in Eastman, Georgia. This right here is a Sidebuster Junior. CV steel. It's a 2019. This thing needs to be cleaned up. But we're going to be cleaning this knife up and this knife up with my portable road cleaning kit. And I'll show you that when we get done with the video here. But this is a great knife. It just needs some TLC. And we're going to be giving it some immediately after I get done with the video here. But anyway, he was wanting 40 for this one, okay? And this one here is a Buck, a special Buck 110. It's actually a 2020. That right there is for 2020, that little symbol beside the 110. But it was a collaboration with Filson. Filson is a outdoor company up there in the Pacific Northwest. But you'll learn more about this here in a minute. All the specs on this knife, but I'll go ahead and tell you the basic. This is S30V steel. It's got a black Cerakote coating for scratch resistant. This is a linen micarta handle. Very cool, but he was wanting 30. He wouldn't come off that price. Y'all seen that. But then I put this one to it, and I was just talking about how dirty and rusty it is, and I said, would you take 50 for the two? And he said, yes. So actually $25 a piece. Ain't bad now, ain't bad, because that one's going to clean up good. And this one ain't much. I'll just need to polish the brass. That's it. And there's a little bit of stuff on the blade right there. I don't know what they cut. But they cut something with it. But the blade ain't hurt. The blade ain't hurt a bit. That coating might be off that right there. And that right there too. Yep. It's all right. It's been used some, but it's all right. That is a nice Buck 110, and that's going to be forever in the collection right there, guys. We're going to clean it up. It's a good story. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that right there. And go ahead and remove this right here. All right. Okay, guys. This is the Filson Buck I found today. It's actually from the Filson Buck Knives collection. Filson is a outdoor company in the Pacific Northwest, but they collaborated with Buck, and they made a Buck 110, and this is it. Having owned a few Buck knives over the years, it's no surprise to see a good Buck folder in this collection. A Filson X-Buck 110 Folding Hunter Pro is a rugged lockback model with a butt-end plate release that's been proven over decades of service in the original Folding Hunter. Sporting a 3 3/4 S30V clip point blade, the 110 Folding Hunter Pro is capable of holding a razor sharp edge for easily handling big game dressing jobs and detailed cutting, including caping a trophy or boning it out in the field. The blade is finished in a corrosion-resistant black Cerakote, while the handle features linen micarta scales and brass bolsters. Open, the knife measures 8 5/8 inches and 4 7/8 inches closed. The knife comes with a black leather sheath featuring a snap flap for security. MSRP is $130. That was back in 2020. So I think I've got a pretty good deal on that knife. Pretty cool, ain't it? The one I bought, guys, was in Vidalia. It was this one right here. I stopped at that pawn shop it's Tom's Pond Central, I think it is, and I think that's what the name of it is. But this is a nice little old timer. I couldn't pass this little thing up, especially because it's in great shape. But you see the blades, they've been used now, but they are in excellent shape. See the inside? But paid 15 plus tax. I think it was 16 and some change. But it's a great knife, and this is it was made before 1971. It's a 108 OT, 108 OT. OT is old timer, of course. Very cool knife. Good little stockman. And the next one I stopped at, guys, was Brantley's. It was it was an outdoor store. It was a marine, and they sold guns and all kind of fishing equipment, stuff like that. But guys, they're all three the same. This is a 2020 Exchanger, brand new in the box, camo. I told them when I went in there I was looking for a Trapper camo. They said, I don't think I got one of these. And I looked down there at that bottom, and I seen that camo. I could not believe it. First of all, I thought it was a Mako. I really did. And then I'm like, that box is really big. I was saying that to myself. And then when he pulled it up there on the counter, I said, y'all got two more. Let me see. Are those the same thing? He put them up on the counter, and I seen right away it was an Exchanger. And guys, you see the price. That's a good price. And I asked him, what would you do if I buy all three? And he told me $80 a piece out the door. No, they're including the tax in with that 80 bucks. But look here. Brand spanking new 2020 camo. I love it, guys. Is that not cool or what? Ain't that awesome? But look at that. 3 Exchangers for 240 bucks. And they're selling, guys, on eBay for 165 to 200 bucks. Ain't that cool? That's so awesome. I love knife hunting, guys. And then in Claxton, guys, I bought these knives at the again, Tom's Pond Central. They have quite a few stores. He was telling me of where all the stores are at. But this is so cool here. I want to tell you, this one here had that beautiful Kodiak. You know, the one in Vidalia had the beautiful Kodiak stag. It had that nice etching on the blade. The North American Knife Club. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I offered them $150 for it. And I thought they was going to go for it, but then they said, that's really what we have in the knife. And they said $200. And I'm like, well, what about $175? They said, well, we'll let you know. I'm supposed to stop back by there tomorrow, so we'll see on the way home. But guys, then I stopped again in Claxton right here at, again, Tom's Pond Central. And I found this thing here for $5. This is going to be in the auction coming. Well, really for everything, guys, out the door, $100 for all this here. And you see that right there? JL Cajun California Buck Knives Incorporated. That's from when they were in California. That was before 2005. Famous for holding an edge. And then, guys, these two knives. Now, this one here, it needs to be cleaned up. I don't know if I ever find a handle that matches that one, but you never know. But this is a Hammer brand. I'm talking about when I saw that, I'm like, man, that is nice. You see the small arm right there? It's a small arm with a lot of sleeve. That was from 36 to 30. Started in 1936, went all the way through 1937. Small arm with a bunch of sleeve. That is a Hammer brand, made by Imperial. Okay, and it just needs a new edge up through there. Once you do the edge, you come down some. That's gonna be a good little point, and see the spring is coming out. It's got a little bit of snap already. It's a cattleman's knife, is what it is. It's got a spade blade and a punch blade. And we can make that punch blade. It's a good little knife. Couldn't pass that one up. I think he gave me that for $2. Okay. And then this right here, this is an absolute baby doll here. This is a Henckels. J.A. Henckels, made in Germany. Look at that blade, guys. Look at that bone. It's what you call old bone stag right there. And look at the spring. Right. I'm thinking we're going to get some snapback. Even this one here. See, it's coming out the back, see? We're going to be cleaning this one up too tonight with my portable cleaning kit. But look at that. Ain't that beautiful bone, guys? Awesome stuff. Awesome. And this right here is a Gerber Mark 1. See that? Mark 1. Let's see. There it is. Mark 1 TM. Look at that. Gerber, Portland, Oregon, USA. And I'll have to look that number up. I don't know what it stands for. But ain't that awesome, guys? It's got a good edge on it still. It's in great shape. Paid, again, tax included, $100 out the door. They were wanting $99 for this by itself. So I think I did good there too. I found some good knives all day long for the places I stopped at. Love this. Love it, love it, love it. But guys, that is the haul right there. I had a ball, I really did. It was so much fun. Well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I just love going to places I ain't never been before, guys, and finding some good knives. I love this buck here. Love this buck. I mean, that is a good find right there. Never seen one like it before. Didn't even know they made a collaboration with Filson. Y'all look that company up.
Here is the briefing on Filson and the specifics of that 2020 drop. 1. A brief history of Filson. The Klondike Connection. Clinton C. Filson founded the company in Seattle in 1897, right at the peak of the Klondike Gold Rush. The mission: thousands of prospectors were heading north into the Yukon, where the cold killed people who weren't prepared. Filson's job wasn't just to sell clothes, it was to keep men alive. The philosophy, his motto was, might as well have the best. The logic was simple: if you are betting your life on your gear in the middle of nowhere, saving a few dollars is a death sentence. The legacy: they are famous for Mackinaw wool, heavy water-resistant wool, and tin cloth, an oil-finish canvas so tough it feels like armor. 2. The 2020 Buck x Filson collaboration. That knife you have isn't just a catalog order, it was part of a specific limited collection released in September 2020. It was a partnership between two American icons, Buck, Idaho, and Filson, Washington. The specs of your knife. Model: it is officially the Filson X Buck 110 Folding Hunter Pro. The steel: as you noted, it uses CPMS 30V, but what made the Filson version unique was the black Cerakote finish on the blade. This adds extreme corrosion resistance to an already premium steel. The handle, that micarta you mentioned, is likely the green canvas or linen micarta. Filson chose this because it mimics the texture and durability of their famous tin cloth. It offers a grip that traditional wood handles just can't match when wet or bloody. The hardware: it likely features brass bolsters, keeping the classic Buck DNA but with that modernized, tactical hunter look.
Back in 2020, they made several Buck knives, but it's a great knife right there. Then, what about the Henckels? Ain't that something? We fit to clean this knife up, y'all. That'll be in tomorrow's video. I'm gonna reveal my portable travel kit, cleaning travel kit for knives if you find them in pawn shop. I'm gonna show you what I take on the road. But that is a baby doll right there. Is it not? Look at the blade. It ain't never been hurt. Cannot wait to clean this thing up. And then I can't wait to clean this case up too. I don't know which one I want to clean up the worst. I think it's this one here. I think we're going to be cleaning this one up with my travel kit. Yep. And it's got some good carbon steel. That thing is razor sharp already. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in today. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys. Y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp. Okay, guys, we at Handy Andy, a hardware store in Vidalia, Georgia. We're gonna go in there and see if they got any case knives. I'm hoping to find a camouflage trapper. Hey, buddy. Y'all got any knives, some case knives?
Case?
What kind of knives y'all got?
That little case right there. We've got some.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see them. Yeah. China made. Frost. Yeah. I do have some sharpeners. Alrighty. Pocket pal. I do have the China made case. Tech X. Why you don't have case number? Huh. Okay, guys, you think a big old hardware store like this would have case knives, but they had the China-made version of the Tech X. That the case makes those overseas, but they didn't have no USA made. Anyway, guys, going on down the road.